Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Afro Funk Flow with Destinee. I am Destinee, and you can follow me on social media at Simply Destinee Unique. This morning, we are going to start standing as we begin to move our bodies and incorporating yoga as well as some Afro movement. So let's just get started by standing up tall into Destinee, finding our standing position. So just making sure that pelvis is in, squeezing those stomach muscles, allowing the shoulders to fall down, bringing your hands to your side, standing firmly on your feet, spreading those toes, and just really finding your position, making sure that your butt isn't sticking out or that you're not too far forward, crunching the low back, but bringing everything into center. So you're really going to feel like a little crunch here until your body adjusts to this standing position. So let's just stand tall. Once you find your form, allow those shoulders to melt down toward the earth. Rotating those thighs inward. I don't know if you saw that slight movement in my leg where I rotated them inward without locking my knees. Squeezing those abdominals. Let's take a deep inhale and exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. Deep inhale. And exhale. One more deep inhale. And exhale. Let's inhale our arms up overhead. Exhale, bringing our hands to heart center, like really using this energy of the sun around us in sunny California. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. One more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Beautiful. So while we're finding our balance here, let's just stand up, raising our left. This is the right knee. Raise the right knee up. And we're just going to start small figure eights here, working that outer hip. This is an introduction of some Afro movement early in the class today. 10 more, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg down, shake it out. Going to the opposite side, raising that left knee up. Doing some figure eights with that knee. 10 more, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, shake it out. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raising the arms up overhead. Palms together. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Let's bring the feet a little bit more than hip width apart. And we're going to raise that left leg up and out to the side. So bringing the hands to the hips. Let's bring that left leg up and down, up, down, up, down. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's raise it back up, bend at the knee, and if you can, bring that foot to the inner thigh for a tree pose. Bring the hands to heart center. Warming up the hips. Deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's inhale, turn that knee forward and shake it out. How you doing? Warming up quick this morning. Let's bring our hands to the hips and we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So bringing that left leg, this right leg up and out. 1, 3, 4, 5. Bring it up, bend at the knee, bring that foot to the inner thigh for tree pose. Bring your hands to heart center. Keep breathing. The next inhale, turn that knee forward and shake it out. Good. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise those arms up overhead. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Let's bring our hands back to our hips. Let's come up onto our toes. Exhale, down. Back on the heels, so lift the toes up. So it's almost like a rock. 1, 2. So you have to push the weight back into the heels a little bit. Try to keep your balance. Working on balance. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Let's shake it out. Bringing our feet all the way out into a wide-legged stance, toes facing forward. Let's inhale our arms up overhead. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, let's come up on the fingertips here. Really engage in the core, soften the knees, allow the neck to become soft. Soften the muscles in the face. Working on our balance a little bit more here, so let's bend the knees as much as we can, sitting that weight down into our hip flexors. Bring the palms flat on the mat. If you can, come up on the toes. Sink into those hips. Just really want you to find your center of gravity while you're down here in this position. And if you can begin to rock right and left. Rock right and left. And come back to center and just sink into those hip flexors. Come up on those toes. Exhale down on the heels. Now come up on the heels, bringing those toes up toward the ceiling as you press your hands down into the mat. This is a nice stretch for the calves. But your quadriceps and your hamstrings are still working. So you're going to feel it in your large muscle group areas. Glutes, thigh. Nice. Bring those feet down so the whole foot is flat on the mat. And let's straighten those legs. Try to keep those hands flat on the mat if you can as the toes come forward. There's also an invitation to incorporate the blocks, building up the floor toward you. If that helps to help you feel more supported and less encaved. Like if you find that your shoulders are hunching over or that your posture is being compromised and you're not feeling fully supported, you can bring the blocks in and it helps you to find that space and strength in your body. So let's take a deep inhale here and exhale all the way out. One more deep inhale and exhale all the way out. On the next inhale, let's bring the body up into a flat back here into wide-legged sit pose, wide-legged standing pose. Something's going on with my language this morning. I'm forgetting words. Might need some ginkgo biloba. So here we go. Pull that navel in. Pull those shoulders back. Squeeze the spine with the shoulder blades. Let's bring those arms out. Let's just hold here for a few breaths. Deep inhale. Exhale. Deep inhale. And exhale. On the next inhale, I want you to bring your right hand to the inside of the left foot. So inhale, swoop. Keep those arms as straight as you can. Exhale back to center. And switch. You're not moving the arms. You're moving the torso. So try to keep those arms as controlled as you can, keeping those shoulders engaged. Inhale, exhale, stay with me. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale back to center. Inhale, bend the knees, bringing your forearms on top of the thighs. Nice. How you doing? On the next inhale, let's bring our hands flat on the thighs. We're going to rotate the inside of our shoulder down toward the mat. Inhale. Exhale out, going to the opposite side. Inhale. Exhale, let's go back to that left shoulder. Come back to center and the right shoulder. And come back to center. Nice. On our next inhale, let's peel that torso up, keeping those knees bent, tucking the hips. Working on these thighs. You know, my family is from Texas, so it's something in the water down there where we inherit these nice thighs here. So just work on keeping those muscles strong. Sink a little bit lower if you can. Bring the hands to heart center. Sink a little bit more if you can. And all the way up. Turn the toes forward. Push the hips all the way forward. Allow the head to drop back. And exhale all the way back to center. Nice. Releasing those hands. Rolling those feet inward. We're going to shake it out. Let's inhale our arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise the arms all the way up. And exhale, hands down to heart center. So we're going to do a few sun salutations because today is just a nice, sunny, beautiful day. So I think it's really important for us to give thanks to the energy that sustains life on this planet, which would be the sun. Without it, we could not survive. So, and you know, for some of us it's symbolic, for some of us it's literal, but just giving thanks for the life energy that sustains us, no matter what that looks like in your mind, what you have identified as sacred. I would like for you to invite that into this practice. Invoke those sacred beings, that sacred knowledge, those sacred feelings, those things that root and ground you. Okay? So let's inhale our arms up overhead, coming to the front of our mats. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk, jump, step back into plank. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, push up into cobra or up dog. Exhale into down dog. Inhale, up on the toes, walk, jump, or step into forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, raise those arms up into standing, and exhale, hands down into heart center. Again, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk, jump, step back, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up, cobra, down dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale up on the toes. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, raise those arms up overhead. And exhale, hands down into heart center. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk, jump, step back, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale, inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Very nice. Let's just stand here. And coming into Tadasana, feeling the energy moving through our body. Allowing ourselves to connect to our breath, mind, body, and spirit. Just giving thanks for wherever we are in this journey. Whether it's our yoga practice, our life, not allowing ourselves to be bombarded, but practicing control of our mind, body, and spirit. Controlling our energy. Nice. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Pulling that navel in toward the spine, pulling those shoulders back away from the ears. We're going to bend the knees and allow the chest to come to the top of the thighs. Pushing our weight all the way back into our heels. We can feel our glutes engage. We're going to bring our hands behind us here. And let's just take an inhale through the nose. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, let's swoop those arms up overhead while we tuck those hips, pushing the weight back into our heels. Really feeling the glutes engaged here. Feeling our muscles being strengthened. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. On the next inhale, let's step back with the right foot, coming into a left leg leading warrior one. So back foot is at a 45-degree angle. You can wiggle that foot back a little bit more if you need a little bit more space. Making sure that the left knee and ankle are in alignment. And let's sink down. On the next inhale, let's bring that right foot to meet the left, back into chair. And stepping back with the left foot. Hope you're with me. Deep inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, let's bring that left to meet the right. Let's step back with that right foot again. See if you're getting a little bit more space as the muscles warm up. Deep inhale, exhale, inhale, bring that right foot to meet the left, back into chair, and step back with the left foot. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bring the left to meet the right, back in a chair. Few more breaths here. Deep inhale, exhale, inhale, Exhale and inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Shake it out. How you doing? That was a nice workout for the legs. So let's inhale those arms up and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's raise those arms all the way overhead. And exhale, hands down into heart center. Let's shake it out. We're going to revisit that exercise, the little Afro movement that we introduced earlier in class today. So let's bring that leg out and we're going to begin our figure eights. So raising that right knee up toward the ceiling. Let's do 11 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bring that knee up. Bring that foot in into tree. Hands to heart center. Opening gates. 11. Deep inhale. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze those abs. Exhale. Inhale. Turn that knee forward. Shake it out. And let's go to the other side. Turn that left knee out, lift it up, and we're going to do 11 hip circles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Knee out and bring that foot in. Find your balance. Deep inhale, exhale, inhale, rotate that knee forward, and let's shake it out. Inhale, arms up overhead, exhale, forward fold, inhale, flat back, exhale, forward fold, inhale, raise those arms all the way up, and exhale, hands down to heart center. Let's inhale those arms up one more time, and we're going to exhale all the way down into forward fold. Take a deep inhale here, and just let it hang for a few breaths. Very nice. Let's inhale those arms all the way up overhead and exhale, hands down to heart center. Now, if you have access to a wall, this was something that I actually learned that helps me with my forward fold. So if you can, whether it's now or later, stand all the way flush up against the wall, bringing those heels all the way back. And tucking those abdominal muscles to where they can push up against the wall so your abdominal muscles can really feel where your strength is and actually what is required of you to keep the body nice and tall and strong. So you can press those heels back and really tuck those hips in and squeeze those abdominals and see if you can bring the small of your back and bring it flush up against the wall. That's how much your abs should be engaged when you're finding your proper stance. And then you go into your forward fold. So you can walk your feet up a little bit. And see if you can walk those heels back. It's difficult, right? On the next inhale, let's raise those arms up overhead and exhale our hands down to heart center. Let's inhale those arms up one more time. Let's tuck those hips and engage those abs as much as we can as we exhale our hands down. Standing tall into Destinee. Deep inhale, arms up overhead, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Nice. On our next inhale, let's bring our butts all the way down to the mat. Bring the bottoms of our feet together. And just rock a little bit to get on your sit bones if that's necessary, where you can push those knees down toward the mat as much as possible, where it's comfortable for you. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Let's inhale our arms up overhead. Bring the right hand to the left knee. Bring the left hand behind us as we look over the right shoulder. Try to relax the muscles in your face. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Let's inhale, coming back to center, raising both of those arms up, and exhale to the opposite side. Should be looking over the left shoulder now. Take deep breaths here so you can feel the space being created in the tops of your shoulder. One more deep inhale and exhale. Really nice. Beautiful. On the next inhale, come long ways on our mat here. And we're going to bring this left leg, bring the top of the left foot to the mat. So, two things may be happening here. It may be really tough on your foot, so you can bring it up on a block. And that helps to create a little bit more space for you. You can also place a blanket underneath your foot. You can also bring a block underneath this calf, your right calf, to raise it up a little bit, and that may help to take a little bit of the tension. If you're feeling it like it's too hard or it's too much tension, you can support this ankle by placing a blanket underneath and then a block underneath this leg, and then you have a little bit more mobility. Those of us who can, we're going to bring the top of our foot down to this mat, toes up toward the ceiling, and we're going to lay back. So let's just start by bringing our forearms down to the floor, to the mat. See how that feels. And those of us who can, let's go all the way back. Now the idea is for the back to be flat. I am not all the way there. As you can see, my belly is still like really like ping. So naturally, I probably will want to put a block underneath me and lay back. And that feels way better. It's supportive. Takes a little bit of the stretch sensation out. So if you really want to feel like stretched, you can remove the block. But if you place the block underneath your low back, if it's rising up off the floor, then this feels really nice. So let's take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale. One more deep inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, let's slowly roll up. And from here, we're going to open. We're going to bring the right leg out a little bit. So I'm going to turn, bring the right leg out a little bit. And let's inhale our arms up overhead. We're going to exhale. We're going to do similar, we're going to do a movement similar to what we did earlier with the twist. So we're going to exhale and bring that right hand to the left knee. And let's just see how that feels for you. It's a gentle twist. And then we're going to exhale and we're going to bring that left hand all the way over toward the right toe. As much as you can, while you look under that left armpit, if you can. If not, you could bring the head down. And remember, flexibility changes. Like something that you could do yesterday may not be able to do today. The muscles may be recovering because of whatever you did. Or, for women, depending on where you are in your cycle, you have more or less flexibility. Changes in hormone levels, things that we eat, stressors on the body, changes our flexibility. So always be proud of what you do and what you're able to do. I remember reading a quote that said, exercise is a celebration of what the body can do, not a punishment for what you ate. And I would even add, not a punishment for what the body is not doing at the time. So let's just take a deep inhale here and exhale. One more deep inhale and exhale. Nice. On the next inhale, let's slowly come back to center. And I forgot to mention, if you cannot touch the toe today, but you have a strap or a cloth or a belt or something like that, and you're coming over this way, so this hand is here, you're going to raise the arm up. You can, instead of having your hand on your knee, you can grasp the strap and see how much you have, or you can have the hand on your knee and grab the strap here and just work the hand down as low as you can go on that strap. Okay. Going to the opposite side. So let's release that left foot, bringing it in front of us, coming into a staff. So both feet in front of us, inhaling, arms up overhead, and exhaling all the way down. Grabbing the back of those feet if you can, finding the space in the body, opening up those muscles, celebrating where you are, not where you were, not where you wish you were, but where you are. And take a deep inhale and exhale. One more deep inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, let's slowly roll up, bringing that chin toward the chest, and we're going to go to the opposite side. So bringing the top of the right foot behind us. Again, finding those bones, your sit bones. And once you feel comfortable, we can work our way back. Coming all the way back, trying to keep that thigh up. You don't want the thigh to go like this. Try to keep the thigh down. And if you want a little bit more support, you can bring a block underneath the low back, especially if it's not flat on the mat. Or even if it is flat on the mat, if you want a little bit more support. If you want this to be more restorative than active, you can go ahead and place the block underneath you. Now the next inhale, let's push ourselves back up. And doing the same thing we did on the other side. So we're going to bring that left foot out just a bit. Inhale those arms up. Exhale with a twist, leaving that right hand extended up in the air. And then when you're ready, you can bring that right hand overhead toward the left foot. Or here you can incorporate the strap. One more inhale here. Really deep, feeling those rib cage expand, feeling that side body open up, and exhale all the way out, coming up, bringing that right arm up and exhaling that right arm all the way down. Let's inhale both arms up overhead and exhale hands down to heart center, releasing that right foot, coming back into a staff pose, both feet up toward the ceiling. Inhaling our arms up overhead and exhaling down into a forward fold. Very nice. On the next inhale, let's lay all the way back, but bring our knees up toward the ceiling. Take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale out. One more deep inhale through the nose and exhale out. On our next inhale, let's lift those hips up toward the ceiling. So here you can bring your tricep down to the mat to help push those hips up and bring those hands underneath you and help really guide pushing those hips up. And let's walk those heels back just a little bit. And then once you find that height where you can feel those thigh muscles being engaged, let's lower those hands down and try to stay there and interlock those fingers underneath us. And let's hold here for a few breaths. Deep inhale and exhale. Lower those hips all the way down. Release those shoulders. Exhale. Inhale, hug those knees into the chest. And exhale all the way out. One more deep inhale and exhale. Nice. Now on the next inhale, let's bring those knees back up toward the ceiling. We're going to go back into that posture, that half bridge. So let's lift the hips all the way up and bring those triceps to the mat. Lift those hips up. Try to find height. Once you find your height, drop those hands, create your kickstand, and lift those hips up. Squeeze those glutes. Deep inhale and exhale all the way down, releasing those shoulders, hugging those knees into the chest. Deep inhale and begin small circles on the low back. And going the opposite direction. And keeping the knees bent, let's cross them and try to grab our ankles. Bringing those ankles down. Take a deep inhale and exhale. One more deep inhale and exhale. Let's go to the opposite side. Cross and squeeze those ankles down. Deep inhale and exhale. Release, hugging those knees back into the chest. Very nice. Extending those feet up toward the ceiling. We're going to bring our palms down, palms up toward the ceiling, hands flat on the mat. Let's lift those shoulders up off the mat and bring those hands up off the mat, extending them forward. And let's bring them behind us, bringing the thumbs down toward the floor, but without the thumbs touching the floor, and bringing those hands back up, keeping those shoulders up. Extend. Keep breathing. Inhale, keep those shoulders up. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lower down, hug those knees into the chest, and exhale all the way out. One more inhale, and exhale all the way out. Very nice. Let's extend those feet back up toward the ceiling, bringing our hands down to the mat, palms up toward the ceiling, lifting those shoulders up off the mat, squeezing those abdominal muscles, bringing those hands up over our head, bringing the thumbs down without the thumbs touching the floor, and exhale back to center. Now we're going to alternate our legs as the hand comes down, keeping those shoulders up. Five more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those hands back to center, but not touching the mat. Squeezing those shoulders up, squeezing the abdominal muscles. Deep inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, hug those knees in, exhale all the way out. Begin small circles here on the low back. And go in the opposite direction. Good. Coming into a happy baby here, so grabbing our toes. And just rocking here left and right. Very nice. On the next inhale, let's hug those knees back into the chest. And exhale, bringing those knees back up toward the ceiling. Deep inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, let's bring that right foot to the left thigh. And just open that hip. And from here, I want you to push up on that left foot and hold it. And bring the hip down, but don't let your booty touch the floor, and come back up. We're gonna do 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hold it up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, hug that knee into the chest. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release. And release that right foot down. Nice. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale. Let's go to the opposite side. Bringing that left ankle to the right thigh. Opening that hip. And raising up on that right foot. Or raising that right thigh up. And we're going to go down for 10 pulses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it up. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Deep inhale and exhale all the way down. Hug that knee into the chest. Nice. On the next inhale, let's release that leg all the way down. Release the left leg. Take a deep inhale, exhale. Inhale, hug those knees into the chest. And exhale, begin small circles on the low back. And exhale out. Good. So on our next inhale, we're going to do some rocks to come back up into seated. Knees up toward the ceiling. Very good. Allow the knees to drop to the left side as you push yourself up. We're going to stand on those knees. Sitting back on our heels as we place our toes on the mat to get a nice stretch here in our arches. How you doing? Let's stand on our knees. Again, you can bring a blanket to your thighs. Standing up, finding your balance. Stand on those knees. Bring those hands down. So let's inhale those arms up overhead and exhale those hands down to heart center. Just centering ourselves here. Nice. Let's bring that right foot forward. Looking at our alignment. Framing our right foot with our hands, coming up on that back leg, coming up on those left toes. Take a deep inhale here and exhale, inhale, and exhale. On the next inhale, let's lower the left knee, bring the top of the left foot down on the mat, and let's sink a little bit deeper into those hips if we can. Again, check in on that left knee if you need to bring a blanket or double up on the mat or just step away from this posture altogether if you have really sensitive cartilage in the knee. Nice. And on the next inhale, let's push those hips back and straighten that right leg. So you can wiggle that right foot forward a little bit if you need to. And then let's walk our hands forward as we bring the chest down toward the mat. And again, you can incorporate blocks here. If you have 2 blocks, you can bring one here, one to the side. Whatever feels good for you. Very nice. On the next inhale, we're gonna come into like a modified pigeon. So we're gonna bring that right foot in just a little bit and drop that right knee down. Beautiful. On the next inhale, we can slowly like tilt our body to the right and just bring that left foot forward and extend it in front of us into a staff. Inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, let's bring our knees up and allow them to fall to the right as we push ourselves back up. Standing on our knees, coming on our toes, sitting back on our heels. Now we're going to go to the opposite side. So let's stand on our knees. And let's bring that left foot forward, framing our left foot with our hands coming up on our right toes. And on the next inhale, let's lower that right knee. Bring the top of the right foot down on the mat, and let's see if we can sink down a little bit more into those hips. And on the next inhale, let's push those hips back and raise that left foot forward. You might want to wiggle that foot up just a little bit and begin to walk those hands up and try to bring that chest down toward the thigh. And on the next inhale, let's slowly walk those hands back up. And we're going to bring that left knee inward, coming into a half pigeon or a modified pigeon. Working on opening these hips. Been doing a lot of sitting down. Even when I do this at home, I have to incorporate blocks because my hips have gotten tighter since the quarantine. So I do things to try to help, open those hips back up from all the sitting down. Nice. On the next inhale, let's slowly tilt the body a little bit to the left as we bring that right foot all the way around us, coming back into a staff. Toes up toward the ceiling. Inhale, arms up overhead, and exhale all the way down into forward fold. Take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale. One more deep inhale and exhale. On our next inhale, let's slowly roll up, bringing that chin to the chest, rolling those shoulders all the way back and extending all the way down into Shavasana. Extending those arms all the way overhead, going to a morning stretch, just stretching all the way through the body. Extending the arms, extending all the way through the toes. You can point those toes. Extend, extend, extend. Deep inhale and exhale. Hug those knees into the chest. And one more inhale. Extend all the way through. And exhale. Hug those knees into the chest. And come all the way out into your Shavasana. Laying flat on the back, allowing the feet to fall away from one another. And let's just breathe. Continue to breathe as you allow yourself to connect to your breath, mind, body, and spirit. Practicing gratitude, giving thanks for the opportunity to create more space in the body and more clarity in the mind. Getting to know yourself. Self-mastery. Who are you? What can you do? How much do you know about you? The ancients taught us to know thyself. Above all things, know thyself. So relax your face, relax body, relax mind, relax legs, relax arms, relax head. And on the next inhale, I invite you to bring your hands to the belly, one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Just take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale all the way out to the end of the breath. honoring yourself, honoring your journey. And those of you who want to and need to, because you have other things that you have to do and you're on a time schedule, we can turn to the left side and push ourselves back up into seated. If you can, I invite you to stay and continue to relax and revel in the practice and the beauty and the energy that's moving through your body. Thank you for practicing with me today. You are loved, supported, and appreciated. Continue to let your light shine and inspire others to do the same. Ashe and Namaste. See you next time.